Top of the Lake, China Girl stars Nicole Kidman in a brutally ugly drama you can't afford to miss. Top of the Lake, China Girl stars Elizabeth Moss and Nicole Kidman. The limited series will premiere in September 2017 on Sundance TV, with new episodes airing the next day on Hulu. Nicole Kidman stars in Top of the Lake, China Girl. Holly Burns, News Corp Australia Network. For one of the most beautiful women in the world, Nicole Kidman is arguably at her best when she strips away the couture, the makeup and even her golden red locks and plays ugly. Now, before the feminists beat me with her Academy Award, let me use her Oscar as Exhibit A, one for her bulbous-nosed, emotionally broken performance as author Virginia Woolf in the acclaimed 2003 biopic, The Hours. It was a remarkable portrayal of the fragile literary figure, with Kidman disappearing into the role, which came with added intrigue as it did in the painful months after her divorce from first husband, Tom Cruise. Back then, it was a prosthetic nose that helped obscure the star's natural beauty. In her latest incarnation as a neurotic adoptive mother and newly outed lesbian, in Top of the Lake, China Girl, it's a shock of grey corkscrew curls and a face full of freckles, masking her famed red mane and porcelain skin, which focuses the audience's full attention on Kidman's immense acting talent. Nicole Kidman in Jane Campion's Top of the Lake, China Girl. Picture supplied, BBC first source supplied. While hers is a supporting role opposite lead actor Elizabeth Moss, wowing TV audiences now in A Handmaid's Tale, as damaged detective Robin Griffin. These two women join forces to make this ugly but unmissable TV, and more proof, if any were needed, they are both actors truly in their prime. Unlike her moving movie role in the recent Australian box office hit, Lion, when she played the adoptive mother of a lost Indian-born boy raised by a Tasmanian couple, Kidman's latest exploration of motherhood digs into darker territory, following her character's fractured and fractious relationship with her adopted daughter, Mary, Alice Singlet, the real-life daughter of the show's co-creator and director, Jane Campion. Elizabeth Moss, Alice Singlet, and Kidman during a Top of the Lake panel in Beverly Hills. Picture, Jesse Grant, Getty Images. Source Getty Images. The 17-year-old has been in search of her birth mum, Moss, since early adolescence, but it is only when the latter returns to Sydney from New Zealand, where the first season of Top was set, and agrees to meet the child she conceived in Violent Not Love, that this story gets even more dangerously tangled for all involved. Mary, already acting out over her adoptive mother's decision to leave her husband, Ewan Leslie, for another woman, has her heart set on marrying a mysterious, older man, who raises parental suspicions when presenting himself as a university professor, who in reality is now an English tutor for Asian prostitutes at a local brothel. It is one of their number who washes up on Bondi Beach, nameless but for a few DNA clues, which Moss must decipher to solve this tightly woven murder mystery. Moss returns as damaged detective Robin Griffin in Top of the Lake, China Girl. Picture supplied, BBC first. Source supplied. This is ugly, dark, oppressive stuff, and not a postcard of Sydney any tourism official will want going global, even if international critics who saw it at this year's Cannes Film Festival gave it, Moss and Kidman especially, rave reviews. The women in this are all broken, in varying degrees, while the men are either misogynists, racists, impotent or brutally manipulative. Sounds fun, huh? Well, In the same way the show's first season and shows like Twin Peaks and True Detective drew such loyal audiences with their drip style of storytelling, this 6-part psychological thriller seeps into you like the best book you can't put down. With just 2 episodes teased to VIP guests and the media at its Sydney screening, its August 20th premiere, and the remaining 4-hour-long chapters, can't come quick enough. Sydney's seaside is the setting for Jane Campion's new 6-part drama series, Top of the Lake, China Girl.